One of our ardent viewers, Adelaide, she says that because you're a medical doctor, she'll let you speak to this, and that amongst the
male infertility.
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
yes. Yeah, sure.
Is that true?
Yeah, the thing is that, you know, one of the biggest problems is, like I'll say, reproductive health. And it's not just about the men. The women also struggle in terms of our reproductive health. Now, there are two sides. Both infertility, that is one. I mean, when it affects the semen or sperms of the men, and then the eggs of the woman. And that's why you'd end up with, you know, babies without the eye, babies without the limb. I think I spoke about that earlier. And more importantly, I think that when you see how they handle mercury, which should not be touched, and the fact that it can cause cancer to you, the person, end your life much earlier, then you know. But I have also been in rooms with people who are just clueless, in the sense that when you tell them that what they are doing will lead to like cancer, it doesn't make sense to him. What he's talking about or worried about is what he would eat the next day. So you telling him that in 10 years, this thing you're doing is going to cost you that. It
doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense in his frame of you know, mind or reference, and there's nothing for him than just doing havoc to the environment. But in all of this, I believe that we certainly have a problem, and I'm so much concerned.
So what you're seeing actually on the screen is something DRC, cobalt mining.
Yes.
Some of the defects that they have, and this is quite close to the findings of Professor Sampini.
And that's why he left.
Yes, yes.
And that's why he left. And I don't know if pictures are not enough or videos are not enough. And I think that part of his research was on fetus. I mean, you know, and
he's a pathologist.
And the many you know, children that have been lost to illegal mining. And I think that, you know, in Latin, they say the graveyard has all the secrets. You know, it's where you just see everything. And pathology tells you in toto, because when the baby is dead, you can do all you can. And we are not just looking at the impact on those living. Those who have died are telling us a lot that the ravages of illegal mining is serious. And I think that, I don't know what our conscience is like, but when your water is being damaged, the water that you need to drink, bath with, and gives you life or livelihood, I can't imagine why this alone is not even something that thieves and people who claim to be well-meaning will not be so upset. And I really think that one way or the other, more sensitization needs to be done. And that's where the civic education, I think, needs serious budgetary allocation in terms of talking and making pronouncements in these areas as to the ravages of illegal mining. And then the other bit is job creation. And we need to really, as it is, I think that a concept of franchising so that people will belong in an appropriate way to mine and not damage our forest or not damage our water bodies. And I think that environment, ministry, lands and forestry, and in fact, agric, you know, and then health needs to sit down firmly on this issue, you know, like lock them in some place for 2 weeks, and then they come up with it, because the solutions are there. The solutions certainly are there. And I guess, yes, we can't do this without the military, you know, and then the legal ambit. And let's do something. I mean, they still mine in California. It's fantastic when you watch it, you know. So why can't we do that and all benefit. And in summary, I think that truthfully, political will has suffered or has not been very apt. We were brave to say we'll do all we can and put our presidency on the line, but I must admit that, in the exigencies of time, you might say some things, but later on, when people may be very close to you, you then find to be very involved. If you're not careful as a president, you might find it very difficult to dish out the appropriate justice or measures that needs to be done. But you need a firm hand to rule this country. Wow. And someday, not necessarily even this generation, we might have somebody who can be very firm, and it has taken the lives of many, and also damaged the reputation of many who had ended with so many years. And I always look at Dr. Frimpong Boateng and what he's done. His document still sounds very firm, and the solutions certainly are there. Sunsumpe, Hunam, Ayemere, and I think we need to do more.